Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you can't tell, I just got my hair done, so I knew I had to film some YouTube videos while I have this fresh hair because I can never recreate these curls like my girl Tina can. Today's video I'm super excited about. It's one of the most highly requested topics and it's all about lubes, lubricants. Can we use them? Should we be using them? Why not? What's best? What should we avoid? I'm here to answer all of your questions. Now, several months ago, I did make a TikTok, one of those 15-second ones, where I talked about an OBGYN reviews lubes.
OBGYN reviews lubricants. No, it's best to avoid anything scented or flavored. The vagina doesn't like it. Water-based, safe to use but may dry out more quickly. Silicone doesn't cause dryness. With condoms.
So as you can tell, this is a very fast-paced video. The words flash on the screen, so you have to hit pause. And I got a lot of feedback about it saying that make one that's slower or explain it better or this was way too fast. And I think people were just frustrated with that format. So here we are, a couple months later, I'm making an entire YouTube video talking about lube. Now, in case you're new here, I am Dr. Ali, I am an OBGYN, and here in my YouTube channel, I share all things women's health, from periods to pregnancy to everything in between. Actually, right before filming this video, I filmed an unboxing video because your girl loves luxury bags, so I filmed that just to kind of spice things up a little bit over on YouTube. So I hope you hit that subscribe button and become part of my little family here on the internet so that you can learn more about your body, feel empowered, but also have fun in the process. And I don't know, I hope this channel makes you happy and uplifted and empowered and educated and all of that good stuff. All right, so enough of an intro. Let's just jump right into the meat of this video. Let's talk about lube. So one of the main questions that I get, whether it's from patients or in my DMs or in reply to a TikTok, is if using lubricants is safe and if we should be using them. And the answer to that is yes, it's okay to use lube. Whether it's because you're experiencing vaginal dryness or maybe you're using it with masturbation or with a sex toy or with your partner, lubricant use is okay. But you just don't want to use any type of lubricant. So today I'm here to educate you on which ones are best to avoid and which ones are going to be better to use. Remember that the vagina is pretty sensitive and it is a self-cleaning organ. So we don't ever want to disrupt the pH of it or potentially cause an infection. So this is why this video is going to help you choose which lubricant is best for you. So one of the main reasons we use lubricants is to help with dyspareunia. Dyspareunia is a fancy medical term for painful intercourse or painful sex. Oftentimes, one of the reasons for dyspareunia is vaginal dryness, and lubricants can help with this. But keep in mind that lubricants are classified by the FDA as cosmetic, meaning that they don't have to go through the same extensive studies and research as a drug that's going to be put out in the market. All right, so let's go over the different kinds of lubes. I'm gonna keep this pretty short and simple, and I'm gonna talk about 3 different kinds of lubes, and then we'll go over what to avoid. So if you think you're gonna forget, just quickly bring out a little notepad, jot them down, what they're good for, all that stuff, so then next time when you go to the drugstore, you can just pull out your phone or pull out your little notepad and know which kind of lube to pick up. So first, let's talk about water-based lubricants. When you go to the drugstore, you're gonna see that aisle with all the different kinds of lubes, and they tend to kind of separate them out by brand, and most brands have water-based lubricants. Now, water-based lubricants are gonna be good if you're someone who experiences a lot of vaginal irritation and sensitivities. One of the downsides of a water-based lubricant is that they can dry out more quickly, and that could lead to friction and more irritation. Water-based lubricants are okay to use with condoms. Now let's talk about silicone-based lubricants. Silicone-based lubricants tend to last longer than water-based lubricants, and they tend to be a little bit more slippery. They do not cause that dryness, and they are compatible with condoms as well. But again, like I mentioned earlier, if you're the type of person that has more vaginal irritations or sensitivities, a water-based lubricant is going to be better. It just may be something that you notice you have to reapply more frequently because it dries out much more quickly. Now let's talk about food grade oils. Yes, I said food grade. And what I mean by food grade oils is things like coconut oil, vegetable oil, or olive oil. Now I know that may sound crazy, but yes, it is a reasonable alternative if you don't have a lubricant on hand. And they are much cheaper than the synthetic made lubricants. One of the biggest things to keep in mind if you're in a pinch or if you just prefer to use some sort of food grade oil is that these are not compatible with condoms. They will cause tears in the condoms and therefore just not compatible with their use. Make sure you're not using things like petroleum jelly or baby oil or mineral oil. It's best to just stick to the food grade oil. Now there's insufficient evidence to prove that the water is better than the silicone or the food is better overall. Just keep in mind the compatibility with your life. If you're gonna be someone who uses condoms regularly, and it's recommended if you're not in a monogamous relationship to use condoms to protect you and your partner from infections. But if you're someone that uses condoms regularly, then you should avoid food grade oils as lubricant. But like I mentioned before, if you're someone that swings more into having more sensitive skin and a more sensitive vagina, then you want to use the water-based oils. One thing that I know to be true is that you want to avoid all of the kind of lubricants that are on the shelf that promote things with fragrance, scent, or a certain taste to it. These types of fragrances and taste and stuff like that, it's just going to be extremely irritating to the vagina, and there's an increased potential for developing a vaginal infection. Now you're trying to mess up the pH of the vagina. It can cause a lot more irritation when you talk about getting those fragrances in the vagina. All right, you guys, I told you this is going to be a short and sweet video, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it useful and that this helps you decide later on if you want to start using lubes or if you should and which kind is going to work best. I'm gonna leave all of my social media linked down below, from TikTok, Instagram, to my blog, which I write in Spanish and English, so definitely check those out. If you guys have any more questions or have requests for different topics that you want to see, please leave your suggestions in the comments. As always, I hope you learned something new today. Always remember to be kind and show love to all those around you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.